Okay, so first we're going to cover the type of erosion that's caused by glaciers. Now, glaciers can carry an enormous boulders, enormous rocks with them. And to start us off, what we're going to start with is this video. This glacier is calving, as they say. Okay. One thing I want to mention is how far away this glacier is. I mean, that one block that just fell, that would take out your entire city block right there. And it's falling from a quarter mile up. That top piece of glacier is probably a half mile up in the sky. Just notice how long it takes for it to fall to the ground. Okay. What just fell could have taken out the entire city of Pine Island. Look at what's headed towards them. How big this wave is. They must be on a boat. Okay, so glaciers is a mass of snow-covered ice, of which there are two kinds. Okay. Reading from the left, a glacier is a mass of snow-covered ice. Glaciers form in areas that are always covered in snow, so every year more snow falls than melts, creating a buildup of snow. When the snow builds up, the snow on top creates a lot of pressure on the snow underneath, which causes it to recrystallize and form solid ice over time. There are two different types of glaciers, continental glaciers and valley glaciers. Valley glaciers are long, slow-moving wedge-shaped rivers of ice. They flow down the sides of mountains. Continental glaciers are fast-moving ice. Are a moving mass of ice that are far larger than valley glaciers. Instead of flowing downhill, they flow outward from the center of the mass. Continental glaciers form over thousands of years of snow piling up and turning into ice. They form in the polar areas and can be circular or oval. So, for example, Greenland or Iceland. I'm going to get the notes down and load the next video. So, continental glaciers, miles thick layer of ice over an entire continent. And they form over thousands of years of snowfall piling up and turning into ice. And they're found in the polar areas, for example, Greenland or Iceland. Now this video is a map of the ice flow from Iceland. Now, if you look at Iceland, you think that it's just one giant block of ice, and it always has been and always will be, but it's actually flowing. Here's what it looks like, but here's what is actually moving in there. The different colors mean different speeds of movement. So white means not moving at all, but purple means moving very fast. So you'll notice that it actually looks like there are rivers of glaciers actually flowing through here. And this is ice just trying to get to the sea, trying to push downward. We're going to zoom in on some of these areas now. Okay. The fastest moving areas are the lowest, and where most of the glaciers meet up and push out into the sea. Here's another big one. So that is continental glaciers. If you remember valley glaciers are long, slow-moving wedge-shaped rivers of ice. They flow down the sides of mountains. Okay. Now, valley glaciers form at high elevations, usually in the mountains. They are easily recognizable by the valleys which they carve. As the glaciers flow down the mountain, they carve a characteristic U-shaped valley, as you can see right here. Okay, last little bit of notes. How do they move? Well, the movement of glaciers is caused by gravity. The weight of the overlying layers of ice and snow push down on the lower layers of the glacier. This weight also causes grains of ice to partially melt and refreeze. As this happens, the ice grains slip over each other and the glacier moves. Okay, the immense pressure of ice makes the ice melt and refreeze. It slowly moves. Okay, the downward push causes the glacier to be constantly moving downward or outward. However, glaciers do not always advance. In fact, many of them are retreating. If a glacier moves downward faster than it melts, it is advancing. If it's moving faster than it is advancing, it is retreating. So what this is saying is many glaciers are actually getting shorter over time.
Above Luke is the glacier, 350 feet thick. Here, Luke can measure the movement of the ice with a bicycle wheel mounted on a cantilever. By speeding up his video record, we can see 5 months worth of ice flow.
Le glacier est en mouvement par son propre poids.
As the glacier slides down the mountain, it spins the wheel.
On a à peu près 56
It moves 2 feet per day, or about an inch an hour.
quelques centimètres par heure.
To my knowledge, it's the only instrument that can measure the movement of a glacier.
Seems pretty interesting. Now, glaciers move a lot of material. They gouge a lot of stuff out, and they're interesting to see. Hopefully you can get a chance to go check out some glaciers. Here's a picture of a glacier. You can see how it's sort of just flowing, okay? And it has carved out. Entire mountains have been removed from this area. There should be mountains here, just like there are mountains everywhere else. Well, these glaciers have carried away the entire mountainside. So that's it for glaciers. Have a great day.